now we're at the Malari's mines. Malari, I think is what his name is the master smith of this place. In the manga, he actually gives up on mining, or mining and smithing altogether, because there's not enough iron and not enough charcoal to actually, you know, fuel the fires. Also, the fact that he also left, he was originally a forest minish that was that he was smithing from, and that's where he was getting all the charcoal from, was cutting down the forest. And the elder that we met earlier in the forest, banished him because of his, you know, his excessive smithing and everything, which also caused his, but also he was also grieved by his wife, which is not mentioned in the game, to pass away, and he actually gave up on it. And it's actually Link here that actually, you know, reinforces him to actually, you know, to basically bring up the hammers again. Again, the manga goes a bit more detail in this guy's character.
Green clothes and an odd hat. So, you might be young Asla. I am Melee, Master Smith. I heard you want me to reforge a sacred sword and help break a curse. I'd be needing the old sword which holds the power of the elements first. Show me that broken Bikori blade. I love all this adventure with the rescuing of the princesses and such. I'd be happy to reforge this thing into a brand new sacred blade for you.
And there we go.
It'll take me a while to rework your sword. In the meantime, you should track down the missing elements. One of them should be in the mine that humans dug. It's not far from here. Alright, let's get started. Hey, there'll be a while, Asler. Let's leave him to it and find that element.
Sweet. And there we go, our sword's being reforged. So he's actually cool. I like the character.
What? You're going to the mine? If you talk to the boss, I won't stop you, but be careful.
Hey, we got our next dungeon up ahead, folks. And after we'll do that, and then we'll probably call a session there. So with that said, let's continue on. We got looks like we got a win thing here.
Hey, that sword mark crumbled. There's other symbols. You know, I'm not trying to see it. I can't, so it rattles me.
So our first dungeon was a Minish dungeon, but now we have a normal-sized dungeon. This is the Cave of Flames, folks. And let's do it. Let's complete this dungeon, and this will be probably the end of the session tonight. So that said, let's continue on. The Cave of Flames is the fire dungeon of the game, introducing us to more bomb enemies. These are actually bob-bombs, according to the game's code. And they do blow up just like normal bombs would. And usually they do drop bombs upon exploding, so if you're looking low on bombs, you shouldn't be at this point if you've gotten the Dragonfly Great Fairy. We also now have Spinies too, these little guys.
Your sword won't make a dent in their thorny armor. Flip them over like you just did to strike them.
These enemies were all first appeared in the, I believe they appeared in the first in the Oracle games. I don't think they were in A Link to the Past, or A Link's Awakening, I don't think. But as simple as they are, just hit them with your shield and they flip over. Also, this dungeon introduces us to a new enemy, Rupee Lights. These guys are relentless. There are multiple different versions of them, and if they do grab you and pull you inside of them, they don't eat your shield. Rather, they'll basically eat your rupees. Depending on the color of rupee that's on their antennae, we'll tell you exactly how many rupees they're going to take away from you if you get sucked into them. So also bear that in mind as well. There we go. Gotta carry these ball bombs out of the way here. Well, also, since this is a mine of sorts, there is also mine carts. Mine carts aplenty. And I'll tell you what, this is probably the... it's like a funny reaction from this here soon. Come on, you Hemisaur things. I don't know what you guys really are, but your masks are annoying to get rid of.
Hey! Look at that! That must be what the humans who built this mine used to get around in here. Maybe we should hop in. What? After all this, you don't expect me to believe you're scared. There's nothing to be afraid of here. Come on, let's go!
Alright, you suit yourself, Elzo. Jump in!
Wah! sweet dripping jellyfish, well, was awful. Hey, kid, what are you smiling at? I knew it was madness to risk our lives in that rickety human contraption. From now on, let's stick to our feet. Well, I mean, your feet. Oh no, hey, Luigi! You have a question? Oh? Okay, what's the question? Let's see here. Ray Power on Twitch is asking, are you jealous of the real green hero Link? No, I'm not jealous one bit. Why would I be jealous? He has to go after, he has to save the princess and do all this dangerous stuff. See, I'd be a hero with a vacuum cleaner. And see, I could just do this, I could do this normally, you know. Because Link can't jump. I can jump. See, if it was me, I could just jump on top of that, boom, go across the wall and be no problem. But, oh, well, Luigi, you might go back to work. Hey, but Luigi, do you actually get Memorial Day off? I do, just like any other job, you know. Gotta survive those holidays, you know. But after killing those enemies, we do see something of a new concept for us. How interesting! So there was an entrance here and a port hidden away in here. Where do you want me to shrink you down? Just hop and press R. Many Hylian dungeons in this game will require you to become small on the occasion, adding a new ripple effect into this dungeon format. That now we have to be Minish in order to get around certain places. I like this concept, and I wish it was introduced, you know, or at least done something better. Because, again, there's only really, you know, only a few dungeons that, you know, there's only 3 dungeons that, you know, Adult Link or normal Link goes through that uses mechanic, but they don't use it very much. They use it only to get around to certain rooms, and that's about it. You don't really use it for, like, most of anything. I think the most usefulness we're going to get out of the switching between normal and small Link is going to be the next dungeon coming up, so... Other than that, though, the next time we use it, it's not used very much. Oh my! It looks really, really hot in that lava. Trust me, falling to that would be a bad idea. I'm sure you agree. So yes, if we fall in lava, that's an automatic heart gone. Also, we have these platforms. If you step on them, they'll start to crack. So, if you want to get across this pretty easily, blow up these jars and get across easily. There goes some money. I just burnt money. You melted rupees, Link. Good job. You know, I wouldn't have melted money. I would love to have all the money, you know. So we gotta use these platforms to get across. We also have these pill worms enemies. These guys are... You have to grab these enemies and to make them... They're basically invincible. But if you want to grab certain items or requirements or such, you need to grab them or hit them once, they'll turn into a ball. You can actually jump into a hole and actually put them in there. And now you can get money and other good stuff out of it. Jump down in here, like so. You can use your gust jar to actually pull them and push them apart everywhere, but that's too much tedium on my end though, so we'll just do like this and chuck that ball right there. And now we have to use the gimmick that we were introduced on the mountain to fly around. It's a little slow, but given the fact the game gives you enough time to actually get across, even though it almost looks like you're gonna crash into the lava, which actually kind of would be a bad idea in my honest opinion. But you know, I digress. So we push this over here, push this chest into here, and we get our small key. We can now use it to unlock a door in the dungeon. Ha ha ha. Now we need to... Actually, no, we don't go back this way. It's actually this way we need to head back. We need to head back the way we came. And head back to that minecart. Ezzo, want to go for a ride? No! Oh, you suit yourself. Huzzah! Woohoo! Roller coaster riding! Yeah! Booyah! Cross these rails here and we hit the switch. We can now do the turntable and turn the rails around. So now we can ride the minecart to a different location. Yeehaw! Woo! We gotta deal with these enemies here. These are spiny enemies. You can just flip them over by hitting the shield, just like normal.
Whoop. Aha! I can't flip that thing. Ow! Yeah, we have traps that returning from, you know, previous Zelda games. Get in the middle of them, they'll try to swarm you. So watch out for that. If you saw earlier, there was a piece of heart that we could grab, but there was a blown up wall that we need to find. Well, that's this wall right here. Come down here, and get that piece of heart for us. We have another heart container. So that's 6 hearts. Able to take on the next boss. That's just really, really nice. Oh yeah, here's this place here. Watch out for this. This is a mini room. You talk about those metal choo-choos? Well, now you have to deal with all of them. This is actually pretty dangerous, not gonna lie, because it's like, just throw bombs around, they should hit it. The bombs should stun them, or kill them, and alright. Come on, you. Booyah, there we go. Just gotta go faster than when they bring out their bodies form, so it's a... I would say this is probably the most dangerous mini-boss. If you don't have a lot of health, because again, the spikes can really hurt you. But now as we got the Cane Apache! This mystical rod has the power to flip things! Use this to charge up energy in holes and you can flip them out of it. Our new item of the game, the Cane Apache. It's not like the other, it's like the other canes in Zelda games, but this one allows us to flip objects. It's very useful in this dungeon, but it's selectively used anywhere else, except for some exploration factors. Hey kid, why don't you take that Cane Apache and fire that hole? I mean, you never know what happens until you try, right? So the Cane Apache, if you throw it at a hole, will allow us to do a super jump over a wall. And that right there gives us a warp back to the start, if we need to. But now we can use this, we can now flip the minecarts now. And actually get around. Now we can actually use minecarts to get anywhere else. Sadly enough, I think that's the last... No, we still have another section where there's a minecart, but it's like one of the very few last times we're going to see the minecart in this dungeon, so... Jump back in, let's go flying! Yeehaw! I'm not sure how fast we're going there, but man, we're going pretty darn fast, I'll tell you that much. Alright, into the depths we go. Oh yeah, right here. So you just swing this around. Oh, no, swing that back right there. Then you go into the entrance here. Now we have to deal with these automatic traps, the green traps. Just follow the pattern and just go right across. They also have these new enemies, blade traps here. They only react to normal Link. But if you're Minish Link, they don't know you're there. So, bear that in mind. We'll come around like that. Jump around, these blades are gonna jump off and they're quite deadly. They're like serrated blades, and it's like, ugh, that's pretty deadly. I don't know why the mines would need such a thing, except for killing rodents. But I digress. Jump in the minecart, let's drop down. Now the minecart gimmick isn't technically new. The minecart gimmick was actually implemented in the, I think in Oracle of Seasons, I believe. Which was their, no, I think it was in both Oracle games, I think. Hey, don't you dare on-wiggle. I need you to go in here. So we need to grab this lever here. I do find it hilarious that Link's face turns red when he's pulling something. He's like, you know, it's like, it's like Link has all this strength, but sometimes it's selectively used. Alright, let's head up this way. We want to jump down here first so we can grab another Kingstone Fusion piece. Thank you. Hit this right here. And we can jump out here, we get another Kingstone Fusion. That's gonna be the most common, like, after we introduce the Kingstone Fusions, that's gonna be our most common, reward and chest from here on out. Other than that, and, other than the other, flip this around, ow. Like that. You have to be very quick on this, because if you take too long, again, the whole thing will just fall down and you'll die. That's not a good sign either. like that. Ah! Ow! Well, technically I would have been dead, but, you know, whatever. It's a Zelda game, what can I do? So you need to flip these platforms here when you're in line with them. So you can flip like this. Yeah. You jump down off this cliff into the hole. I'm gonna come over here first, as there are blade traps here, but there's also something else hiding here as a chest with another Kingstone Fusion, which is green. Thank you very much, because we need all the green ones we can get. Because again, there's a particular 4 fusions that we need to pull off with a certain bunch of characters. And if by doing so, we can actually get a pretty nice item that we don't have to pay for. And I hope I get RNG will be on my side, that we have enough green kingstones to actually pull it off. Because if we do, that means we can actually get a pretty useful item to really early in the game, if all possible. And it's technically, in all fairness though, this item that you can potentially buy or get from the Kingstone Fusions is optional. Yeah, it's completely optional for this. Let's hit right here. We need to hit this hole here. We can't fly up that way, but we can jump into this hole here, fly up here. Come up here, we can actually fly up here. And we get 100 rupees! Man, we're making all kinds of money here right now, aren't we, folks? Boom, ya! Take out this flame out here that clearly was on that one, but you know, the game wasn't registering it, so I don't mind it. Huzzah! Doo-doo-doo! We gotta fly! Man, this would scare the crap out of me. It's like you're flying over lava. And the only thing that's pulling you up or keeping you in the air is a living hat. Another Kingstone piece here. That's great. That's awesome. It's the best way to go out and find all the Kingstone pieces you can. Again, there's an item that you can buy for like I think 200 rupees later on down the game. After a little while. And that will actually get you the ability to actually able to spawn more Kingstone pieces than you could ever want for a certain amount of time. That right there is our warp back to the beginning of the base, or beginning of the dungeon. We just have to watch off this thing here, fly around, and we get our boss. This boss is sort of similar to, at least similar starting point as the Ocarina of Time boss of cave of. Oh, I can't remember that cave now. Dodongo, that's what it is, Dodongo. But this is not a Dodongo, even though the arena seems similar. This here is Gleelock. Gleelock is a very fiery beast. It's also female. That's right. What you need to do is actually needs to flip the shell that's on his back. And able to hit the emerald hit the jewel that's on his back. As we can see again, this thing is actually female because in the manga, like again, I'm going to reference the manga because I actually went and read the entirety of the manga before this LP, and this thing was actually peaceful in this mine. But after Vadi released the monsters out in that chest, the monsters somehow placed this corrupted jewel on it, causing it to turn into the form you see here. And by breaking this jewel off in the fight, Gleelock here actually gives the fire element to you. Who just in turn, after the fire element is given to you, is able to super hot rocks to actually produce iron ore and coal for Moleri, so that he can actually start blacksmithing in his mines again. Who just in turn starts to help Link to reforge the Picori blade. Gleelock can be quite the fast little guy. He also has this fire technique which he's gonna throw everywhere. But if you do catch on fire, you are invulnerable. You're invulnerable to it. Also, your speed increases, but you can't do anything else. So if you're So if your behind is on fire, you can't do anything. Not even swing your sword. And this guy's going... You are being fast today, aren't you? You are being a jerk. There we go. Let's tank the hits there. There we go. 3 cycles in, that's it. He doesn't... Gulok doesn't die in the manga. She gets purified, and then you can able to... And it gives you the fire element as a trade-off, which is really nice. I wish it was reflected here, but it's not. But anyway, that's it. That's the fire element for you. You got the fire element. Flames bring light to darkness and warmth to all. The fire element is the embodiment of that power. And we got our heart piece, our seventh container. And out of the warp we go.
Oh, that was hot. It was so hot that I thought my fibers would catch fire. But that's all over now. I suppose we should go back and speak to Malari.
So let's go talk to him, and we'll get our sword back, and we'll call it a session there. It's gonna only go for 2 hours.
Wow, that was fast work, but not so fast that I didn't finish your sword. Here, take a look. I call this new blade the White Sword.
You got the White Sword. Its beautiful white blade sparkles with light. You can put away your grandfather's sword now. Once you infuse it with the power of the elements, it will become a sacred blade. The Forest Elder no doubt told you this part, but if you want to infuse the sword, you must go to the Elemental Sanctuary. The Sanctuary is a strange realm, trapped between 2 worlds. It is the bridge between the Minish world and the human world. The door to the Sanctuary opens only once every 100 years. You will find the door hidden within Hyrule Castle. Once the blade has been filled with the power of the 4 elements, you should be able to break the curse on your princess. I know you can do it. After all, you made short work of that human mine. Let me tell you a shortcut you can use to get down to the mountain. You can find it right in front of the entrance to the mine you just explored. Just follow that and you'll be down in no time. Good luck! But that's gonna do it for me though, folks. As, yeah, we're adventure just getting started. We got through the first 2 dungeons, but we still have a lot of adventure to go. But that is gonna do it for the YouTube exit. Next time we meet up, we will, get to the Elemental Sanctuary and see if we can do anything about the new white sword we've got. So, see you guys there and there.